Hi everyone, my name is Dee Sparkman and I'm stepping out of my comfort zone for the first time. I am going to try to do a card on camera, and I have been with Stampin' Up for about a year. I transferred over from Close to My Heart. So I just wanted to show you how I did this one card. It kind of looks like an antique-ish kind of card. I have pre-cut everything so that it will save a little bit of time. Anyway, the stamps that I used was Spotlight on Nature, which is this one, and the Elements of Text, which is this one. So what I did is I took a regular card base, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and this is crumb cake. And then I cut 2 mats. This one is 4 by 5 1/4, and this one is 3 3/4 by 5. What I did with this one to get this look is I tore the edges. So what we're going to do is we're going to tear the edges on this. So just do a little bit off the edge. Just kind of tear. It doesn't matter how big or how little, because we're going to sponge the edges of it. So just tear, and then we're going to tear. And we're going to tear this side too. Okay, so we got all our edges torn. So what I did is I went ahead and I'm going to turn this camera down to my mat. So what I did is I took this smaller piece and I kind of just put a little bit of tape on it just to secure it onto this mat here. Okay. Then what I did is I took my crumb cake I have my little blending brush, and I just kind of dabbed it a little bit. I rubbed it on the glass mat, and then I just kind of brought in the colors gradually on the cardstock. You can do this as light or as dark as you want. You can see that on my sample, I went a little bit darker in some areas just to give it that antique-ish look. And I just kind of kept going around the edges. You can just keep going lightly, just tap off a little bit so it's not so dark. And just keep going all the way around. Just keep going. Okay, so that's a little bit of the edges that we've done. Then what I did is I'm going to clean this off a little bit. I'm just going to clean this off. Okay, then what I did is I got out my stamp, the Spotlight on Nature's. I adhered it to my block over here. And then since this is a little bit bigger stamp, I took my ink pad and I just kind of dabbed it like this on it. Okay? So then you just take it and you can stamp on your image. And I kind of like went off to the side a little bit. Okay, so you got your flower. And I'm just gonna clean this off real quick. And you take this one, set it aside. Then you go to your elements of text. Take off this little round one. And I adhered this to my block. And it's on there. You can put it as straight as you can. And the same thing with this one. You just lay it down and you take your stamp pad and go like this on it. Just makes it a little bit easier. And I'm just gonna take off this ink that I got on the edges real quick. I don't want it to accidentally get onto my image. So now we take this and we just kind of like line it up and figure out where you really want to put it. And I'm just gonna put it down, stamp on it, and it has your image on there. You see that? Okay, and that's about all you need to do with that. So what I did is I'm gonna put a little bit more adhesive on this so that it'll stay down a little bit better. Now you can put pop dots on this, foam dots to raise it up if you would like, but I'm gonna keep it flat. So I just kind of put it down there like that. Then what I did is I went ahead and tied a little bow. This is twine. Just tie a little bow. And just tie a little bow on here. Just kind of like so. Get out your little glue dots. Get a glue dot. And then you can just kind of like stick this wherever you would like on here. And I just kind of like snipped the edges of this because I didn't want it really long. So just kind of snip the edges a little bit on there. So you can put that anywhere you would like, really. I think I put it a little bit too high. But anyway, it just kind of brings the bouquet in together a little bit. And that's that. And then what I did, just to get a little bit of the color on here, I just took my Pretty in Pink and just kind of colored on the bottom of it, just to give it a little bit of a dimension. Like this. I mean, you could go as dark or as light as you would like. And I just wanted a little hint of color. So that's how I did that. And then just to bling it up just a little tiny bit, I have these iridescent gems. And so you just take this, take your pick tool, and just grab a couple of these little gems, and you can basically put them anywhere you would like, and just to kind of spruce it up a little bit. And I just kind of like did this to put them on there. And then what I finally did is I just adhered this. And make sure that this opens up correctly. I just take that and I just put this inside of the card like so. So you got that. And I also cut another piece of cardstock, and this one is 4 by 5 1/4. And what I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna put it inside the card, but I am going to take this butterfly And I'm just gonna dab it in my crumb cake. And I'm just gonna kind of put a butterfly on here. And then I'm gonna adhere this to the inside. And I'm actually gonna leave this blank because I wanna be able to write a note to whoever, I mean, because this card could be a birthday card, it could be a sympathy card, it could be a thinking of you card, you know, something like that. So I just put this on the inside, like so. And voila, you've got your simple antique-ish looking card. But I just wanted to say thank you, and I hope this first video went well. And look me up online. It's Create with D Sparkman at Stampin'Up.com. Thank you.